China's agreed to a 90-day suspension of its retaliatory tariff hikes on $126 billion of U.S. cars, trucks, and auto parts. That's effective January 1st, a victory for President Trump and his balanced trade policies. The president making the announcement on Twitter, tweeting this: China just announced their economy is growing much slower than anticipated because of our trade war with them. They've just suspended U.S. tariff hikes. U.S. is doing very well. China wants to make a big and very comprehensive deal. It could happen, and rather soon. Chinese telecom giant ZTE has hired former U.S. Senator, former Democratic nominee for vice president on the Gore-Lieberman ticket to conduct a national security assessment of its products. Lieberman, putting ZTE's financial interest over the national security of the United States, says he'll register as a lobbyist for the company. He's already met with a number of lawmakers on Capitol Hill who oppose any kind of deal with ZTE. And this is an extraordinary development and a sad one for Senator Lieberman. Secretary of State Pompeo today meeting with Canadian Foreign Minister Chrystia Freeland, in which he called on China to release two citizens of Canada seized in China. Pompeo called China's actions in detaining them unlawful. China detaining those Canadians earlier this week in retaliation for the arrest of Huawei's chief financial officer. Joining us now, Daily Caller News Foundation editor-in-chief Christopher Bedford, WOR radio personality Mark Simone. Good to have you both here. Let me start, Christopher, since you're so far away there in the swamp. The idea of Lieberman representing ZTE, what's next? Huawei, what does he take? Where does he go from here?
The entire saga of how the U.S. has dealt with ZTE outside of Congress has been pretty disappointing for the last few months. ZTE was basically in a death grip in the United States, where they weren't allowed to import the things that they needed to use to build their products. And we've done
They're fully dependent on the United States for its technology, period.
They are. And as part of a trade deal, actually, President Trump said he was going to work with Xi Jinping to undo that ban and allow them some breathing room. He said that there are too many jobs at stake. Right. So they've come back, and now they've enlisted an independent hawk, Lieberman, formerly a Democratic presidential nominee, Lieberman, to come here to Washington to lobby for them. The entire thing stinks, and a couple of senators are much more hawkish, like Senator Graham and Senator Rubio. I expect to hear some noise from them on Monday on this.
Yeah, one would hope, and the administration, in putting that ban together, Mark, they made it very clear that they were a problem, and the president, at the request of President Xi, thinking that this would help in a deal both for North Korea and the trade deal, he acceded to saving 90,000 Chinese jobs.
Yeah. Now, Joe Lieberman, a nice guy. His lifelong passion has been Chinese telecom. That's all he ever talked about.
You bet.
I don't know why they waited a month. They could have hired Paul Ryan for this. But
yeah, well, it would have been a real. I guess they were. The two, Paul Ryan and Joe Lieberman, it would have been somewhat low energy, as the president would say.
Yeah, but it's just terrible. And these guys are like Hertz cars. You can rent them whenever you need them, and it's just awful. The swamp at its worst.
Ed Rollins said to me, talking about Lieberman, Christopher, that this is going to be his legacy, and that's a shame. Because Lieberman worked, he has much more that he should be repairing to than taking up the interest of ZTE and the People's Liberation Army. People are no longer under any illusion about who the Communist Chinese are, what Beijing represents, and its intent on world domination as it steals by the hundreds of billions of dollars from us each year, not to mention the trade deficits that we run for 30 years.
Absolutely. I mean, these Chinese companies, their executives may wear business suits, but they're essentially proxies for their government, especially involved in spying, involved in breaking U.S. sanctions in Iran, in North Korea, and to slapping anyone on the wrist when they get caught. To them, it's kind of a game, but the game is global domination. And for Lieberman, who's got a long, proud career in service to the United States and the Senate, and has crossed the aisle multiple times, who worked very closely with Senator McCain, for him to do this now, I am surprised. He would have been somebody who I would have thought of more as a statesman than a moneymaker, and maybe he'll change his mind when he sees the reaction that people are having to this.
Yeah, I would think so. I would hope so. You get the last word on the Mueller witch hunt. What a mess it is.
You said it before. Comey should be in jail. J. Edgar Hoover would be embarrassed watching this guy. Yeah, before Congress, he couldn't answer 240 questions. Should send a chill down the spine of every American. 2 days later, 92nd Street Y, amnesia gone. He answered everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark, thanks so much. Christopher, thank you. Thank you both. Appreciate it.